Well, the last video I made about Q was filed as Exhibit A, as under videos I didn't want to make. File this as A1. So we're getting all the reports now that Q was out, and as bad as all of that is, and I could sit here and make a 2-hour video based on all of the evidence and lay out a whole case for how nobody knows a damn thing about what's going on or what went on. But I'm not going to waste my time here, because those of you who watched the previous video about what I felt about the report, you know my position, you know what I said at the beginning of the video. I don't think nobody's mind is being changed, convinced. Everybody's got their opinion. Everybody's got separate definitions of what certain words mean, and it's not worth arguing about because we have a bigger problem. As terms of the Florida Panthers, we have a bigger problem. Kevin Weeks is I think he was the first one to report that he's hearing Q is out, and that Tortorella could be a candidate, could be one of the main candidates. And if there's anything almost all of us, the majority of us, agree upon, is no torts. Number one, I retweeted it. Everybody's retweeting it. What Torts said about Duclair. It cannot happen. And just what unbelievable garbage luck to be sitting here at 7-0 and have this happen. Now, I've been saying it since the beginning. In fact, before I made the other video, I said, if Q is gone, McKenzie, Samuelson, hire from within. That's the point. I don't even need to list out the names. I just want to promote the guys we have. I want Luongo somewhere behind the bench as well, as an added-in assistant, and be done with it. We cannot, anybody but Torts, which is kind of funny. It's kind of funny, because everybody was saying anybody but Trump, and now I don't know if everybody feels that way. Oh, I'm trying to laugh here somewhere, people. I'm trying to laugh here somewhere, people. But here, just we cannot physically stomach the idea of him being the coach. These players are not going to play for him. His style couldn't be any more different than what we already have. And there's no way that that arrogant man is coming here and leaving the systems that we have in place. Now, I know everybody is saying that trust Zito. Zito has done everything right. Excuse me. This is not all on Zito. All right, the owners have a lot of skin in this game. And they may, we've seen these guys before, not so much Viola, but, Sifu. We've seen these guys before think that, they need to get their hands really deep into things. Now, they've kind of backed off of that in the last few years. They admitted they made some mistakes with the whole analytics thing and all of that. But this would be an epic mistake. Worse. This would be worse than Tom Rowe. This would be worse. You cannot do this to these players. We are 7-0. Promote from within. Promote from within. I can't scream it loud enough. I thought I would be, I'm upset that Q was gone, but like I said, this is a bigger problem. Absolutely no. And I'm seeing it all over Twitter. I would say it's about 95% to 5%. The only one I saw in favor of Torts is Ralph, and Ralph is just a troublemaker. I love you, man. Everybody now, we have to put this behind us, because we're going to kill each other over trying to decide what Q knew, who was wrong, and all of that. People wanted him gone. He's gone. And I don't feel like sitting here screaming and yelling about that, because it's not going to do anybody any good. Everybody is made up their own mind. But this is different. This is different. We cannot allow this to happen with Torts. It would just be an absolute abject disaster. Chip and chase with these guys? Are you freaking kidding me? Just, it can't happen. I'm just disgusted that his name is even mentioned with these guys, because that shows somebody's not thinking clearly. We don't need to make a big splash here and this whole, we need an experienced coach. Well, it's not like the guys on our staff are brand new either, okay? They've been around a little bit. The players especially love McKenzie. Keep the systems the same. This is so beyond obvious. This is rule number one. There should be nobody. And that's the thing. It's not just the fact that they're thinking about torts. The fact that they're even looking outside the organization. It should be a no freaking brainer that you keep the same system. You keep things the way they are. I hope, I pray, I'm praying and hoping that I do not wake up tomorrow morning and he is the head coach of this team, because nothing good can happen out of that. These players are not going to play for him. That's my opinion. Now, of course, people are going to say, well, they're professionals, they're going to play. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can't have this happen. Don't discount the idea that some of these players, who knows how many, we haven't heard from the players, we don't know how they feel about this situation. We don't know. Because when you take emotion out of the situation, what actually happened in terms of where Q was involved in that meeting is a far cry from what's being said all over social media. So we don't know what their position is. You cannot hire somebody from the outside. It would just be an absolute disaster. McKenzie, I would go with McKenzie. I know Ulf Samuelsson has more experience and everything, but if you want to keep the continuity with this team, if you want to keep the players feeling like it's still a family atmosphere, like they've been talking about, what was it Duclair said? We're all brothers. Derek McKenzie. Okay? We are not going to... How can I put this? The difference is so night and day. We have a way better chance of keeping this season on track if we keep this in-house than we do if we go out and get somebody on the outside, especially Tortorella. I'm more disgusted about that possibility than I am about what with that Q is gone. Because I can understand from the team's point of view, even if they feel Q did nothing wrong, even if that's their position, you obviously you get the whole PR thing and all of that. Don't have to agree with it, but you can see what they're thinking there. With going to the outside and getting Torts, what are you thinking? And that's the question. What? Why? No. No, it's a no-brainer. All right. What a mess, Panther fans. I wanted to get this out tonight so that tomorrow we'll just start fresh. We'll just start fresh with hopefully McKenzie, Samuelsson running the team. They keep winning, and Luongo's behind the net, not behind the net, behind the bench, and we keep this in-house. When you have a family issue, you don't go outside the family to solve it. Keep it in-house, guys. Keep it in-house.